YouTube. Let's get started today. Oh, that's different. So we have 2 winners, loss, 1 break even. So we ended up taking the GBPJPY trade yesterday as well as a gold trade yesterday. So actually, the GBPJPY we had a break even and a winner, and then the gold trade we had a break even, a winner, and a loss. Those are the 5 trades so far this week. Alright. Let's just quickly change this guy, please. Okay, so just quickly looking at today, we have CPI for gold. So something we're probably not going to trade till at least 5:30. So at that time, I'd rather not get into position, have CPI come out, and then have my position turn completely against me. So we're just going to wait, so no rush. If we take a look at the graph over here, we see CPI has gone down from about 8 all the way back down to 3. It's not back down to the 2, which is where they typically like to have it. So I think the goal for most economies is to have inflation right around 2%. So they're still working on having it lower, but that's fine. Okay, now let's go into the charts. So the trades yesterday, gosh, where were they? I got rid of them, but they were somewhere along here. So I think I got into a sell somewhere right here, with additional cells up top. So we ended up taking about 3 cells right here. As price came down, we ended up taking the profits right around this level. So that was one of the trades from yesterday. And then a second trade from yesterday was GJ. We got into the trade I think as price was coming down here, so we got in right here, something like that, loaded into a second trade about down here, and then as price popped up, we got out of our position right around here. So those are the 2 trades yesterday. If we quickly load back, let's see. Capture. Okay, let's look at trades. So yeah, this was the GJ trade. Got in break even here, so $0 value, and then the second one we had for a winner, and then slightly below we had this gold trade. We had the break even portion, the losing portion, and the winning portion. So those were the 2 trades from yesterday, and then our AUDNZD trade from the 6th closed as well. So from the Wednesday, that one closed. So the only trade we're currently in, well, we have our swing positions on AUDJPY and CADCHF, but the only other position is this one, this AUDCHF trade. TP set at 880, hopefully price comes down to that level today. Came down to 900 at like 1 or 2 in the morning yesterday. And unfortunately I had moved the take profit about 2 pips lower because I was anticipating price coming down further, and then looking to make some more money after losing some off the swap. So losing daily on the swap is not enjoyable, but looks like price is starting to come back down anyways. And then this NOS trade, this was a very end of day trade. I was just trying to play with the lot sizes, trying to figure out what the lot sizes, the equivocal value of them was. So this guy's down about 50 pips and he's down $5. So I'm just waiting for price to come back down for him. Honestly, it's such a small insignificant trade that I'm just waiting for it to come back down to break even just so I can get out of it. Alright, that's it for today. Let's get back to our trading view. For whatever reason, this guy really doesn't like to load. There we go. All right. Okay. Let's just play around with the mic here. Okay. Hopefully this is the correct one. You know, there's a bit of an echo yesterday. That's because my laptop mic and my actual external mic were both connected. Okay, let's get into the analysis today. Again, looking for sideways trending pairs. AUDCAD, good. This looks quite sideways. Again, looking for price to come down or up. AUDJPY, looks like he's going back up. AUDN looks pretty sideways here. Let's go to the 5-minute. Could look to get into a sell up here at 1074. Oh, excuse me. All right. AUD, he's kind of looking sideways here. The problem with trading AUD right now is I'd rather take a sell on this guy, because if we start to go down, there's a lot of this movement to retrace. So if we get into a buy here and we don't place any stop loss, the price could continue to go down for a significant while before finding a legitimate base down here. So I'd be a little worried about getting into a trade. CADCHF, he's been kind of sideways the past couple days, so good opportunity if price comes down to get into a buy. CADJ, I don't think any of the JPYs look interesting today. Too much direction, first going down, now going back up. EURAUD could be an opportunity for a sell up here. Again, a little worried though. There's lots of space for it to continue much higher. EURCHF looks pretty good. Could potentially get into a position as price starts to come down. Similar to EUROG, if price starts to come up to these higher levels, could initiate a sell for price to come back down. EURNZD, good opportunity for a sell if price goes up. Not super keen on EUROU here. So as you can see, I'm just putting a little red flag towards everything that I think could be a good opportunity today. Sort of skipping the ones I don't feel. So a bit too much of a trend here on GBPCAD. Which is, if you don't already know, not what I'm typically aiming to trade. I'm looking to trade things that aren't really trending all that much, not on the short term at least. So things going upwards, down, just mostly sideways price action. That's my bread and butter. Alright, I think we have our list. Let's see how commodities are doing. Let's check out gold. Looks like he's finally starting to come down from those highs. We'll see how it plays out with the CPI release. US 30, pretty sideways. NOS, pretty sideways. Okay. We get into our red list. There we go. Alright, now we wait. We have about 7 minutes until CPI data comes out. Just loading up the journal, checking out, make sure the record's okay. So things need to get a little bit adjusted. So we see that the monthly stats are actually need to be adjusted, which means the yearly stats do as well. This guy is wrong. It's 212. If you don't, oh man, if you don't journal, I highly recommend you do. This is my journal. It's very basic. It's just on Microsoft Excel. It's got every trade I take in a day, and then it's got a little bit of more global data or daily data, and then I've got swing positions as well here. So these are all the swing positions that I've been taking since July. As you can see, green's colored, our winners are colored in green, red's colored in, or losers are colored in red, and then the open trades are left white. So we have the AUDJPY trades and the CADCHF trade. Otherwise, I haven't taken any significant swing positions in a while. Alright, let's get back to this guy. Actually, let's go back here. We refresh the page. hopefully 2 more minutes. Need to charge this phone. All right. Looks like it's about to drop in a minute. Let's see if there's any. So what I like to do is if there's anything that looks like it could drop to a certain level, it would behoove me to not want to try to get into a sell or a buy as price fluctuates into a certain zone. However, I need to make sure that the one I'm trading is quite a bit sideways. So CADCHF seems to be my one today. Yeah, let's see if we can't get into a buy or sell on CADCHF. Oh, looks like price is coming in. I think we missed it. That's unfortunate, but that's okay. Doesn't help that my Blueberry terminal lags significantly. I don't even know if this is streaming right now. There's just a whole lot of lag going on. I think potentially even my trading view. No, trading view is still loading. Oh man. Shucks. Okay, let's quickly look. Have a gander what's going on here. So it looks like gold dropped. NOS. Maybe did that a trade end? It did. So that little NOS 100 trade got out for apparently a $2 winner. It's funny. Okay. Let's see what's happening here. AUDCAD, if price comes up here, breaches into the 335, we could look to get into a sell. Let's do a quick refresh here and see what numbers came out. Looks like everything came up quite good for the US dollar. 3.2%, suggesting it's going higher. So the higher, my guess, I'm not a technical expert on this, is that as long as CPI remains higher above, higher than the 2%, and even now it went it was forecasted to remain at 3.1 and it went up to 3.2. That means they're going to keep the high interest rate for a longer period of time, which means the US dollar will remain a bit stronger. And the Canadian dollar is quite correlated with the US dollar typically, which means, well, let's have a gander at what our DXY, which is our US dollar index, is doing. Significant spike up. So we'll see. Huge spike up, huge rejection. Not totally uncommon when you have geez, where's my red list? There we go. Not totally uncommon when you have news. Looks like most things quickly shot out of range and then have gone back into range. We'll wait for price to make a move. Looks like GBPNZD has gone down and is continuing to go down, so we could look to get into a buy position here. Ooh. As price comes down, but honestly, with this huge move back on February 24th, which I believe was the New Zealand interest rate decision, there's a lot of opportunity for it to just continue to fall. So maybe I'll wait for price to come down to this 206 level. If it does, that would be what I would consider a very, very exhausted move to the downside with a better potential to scalp quickly to the upside. Let's take a gander at some of these other guys. And mostly everything is just back in its own range. If you could have got like a nice scalp, if you have a very nice quick working internet and broker, you can get into quite a nice scalp as price shoots up or down. Again, this is another of our trades from Wednesday. We got into a position here as price came up on that Wednesday. We got into our second position here. Don't pay attention to the stop losses. I'm still in both positions. Price came down yesterday morning at 2 a.m. hit the 9 level, unfortunately, or hit 579. Unfortunately, my take profit had been moved to 578.80. And so we missed it. Whenever you have these little spikes down, those are the windows after the market closes where the spread just increases, so it doesn't actually take the position. So we are still in the position here for both of these guys. Price was seemingly coming down this morning until this news came out. And again, this quick spread here, I don't think is reflective of what happened in my... Oh, it did happen. Interesting. So the spread was just large enough that it didn't get taken out as a trade still. Okay. Let's take a gander, see how everything is moving. Okay. Again, possibly could get into a sell up here if price comes into this level. AUDU. I'm a little weary of getting into USD pair trades just because I typically find they can be quite a bit more trending. So either to the upside or the downside. I typically like to trade trades that pairs that don't trend as much. So here we have something like CADCHF. We have a lot of up and down sideways movement. That's kind of my bread and butter. So we could look to get into a trade here on CADCHF as price comes down. Into this 64927 level. See how everything else is looking. Looks like most of these CHF pairs are going down except for the one I want, which is AUDCHF. Oh no, maybe it is going down. Nope, it's going up. Unfortunately. I think I said GBPNZD. Based on these guys, these are some of the trade ideas that we could look to take. If price reaches these levels, of course. Looks like as long as price is continuing, we could be getting some of these opportunities soon. Alright, so we got into a trade on EURCHF here. I got into a buy as prices coming down. Our entry is 739. That's good. And then we got into a trade here on CADCHF at about 9:30, so here. Okay, and we loaded up a few more. So we're not in the other trades, but we've loaded up a couple limit orders to get into EURONZD and AUDCAD. GBPNZD, NZDCAD sell. NZDCHF sell. Not gonna touch this guy. And lastly, USDCHF. We'll just stay out of this guy as well. Okay, so we're in two positions right now. We're in CADCHF and EURCHF. CADCHF again, we got it down here at 9.3. Not a whole lot of previous price action to look off of for sort of indicating what we do at this level. let's figure this out. So here we go. Just so we keep it on what we want to keep it. My Forex journal, there we go. A little better. I keep it on that, and then I can zone off onto one of these other accounts. Oh, again, I have no idea if this is even still recording. Okay. I think I'm actually gonna aim for about 90 pips on CAD or 99 pips on CADCHF, and then for Euro we will aim for right about here, so about 8. That's the goal. So we'll change the TPs. Okay, so for aiming on 9 on CADCHF, we got it at 930. Goal is then to get out at 010. No, 020. There we go. And then we're aiming for 8 on EURCHF. We got in about 740, so 820. That looks about right. There we go. Okay, so we have those two positions. Should add them to my journal. So at a point 1 to get into each, that gets me about $8 for CAD. No, $9 for CAD and $8 for EURCHF. So not quite 1% yet. So I think because the account's valued at about 2,100, 1% is about $21, so it's slightly below the 1%, but that's okay. Plenty more trades to make it up. CADCHF. They're both 0.1 and 0.1. EURCHF, we're looking to get 8 and 9. Cool. Okay. Looks like EURCHF has hit and take profit. It has. and so did CADCHF. Cool. Okay, so those are our 2 winning trades today. Let's see. Where am I going? Properties. Yes. Blueberry. So quickly shifting over, we can see EURCHF and yeah, CADCHF both hit their take profits. So we got about $9 and about $10. Yay. Unfortunately, we are still in our AUDCHF trade, and it is not getting us out yet. And we have we can see we have these positions open. So our AUDCAD position, GAUD position, GN, NZDCAD, and NZDCHF. None of them are even close. I think all the prices started to reject a little bit from those previous lows or highs. But it's still well early in the morning. It's only 6 a.m. So there's plenty more opportunity. At least I hope. And I really do not understand why OBS won't just immediately load TradingView. So I actually have to like have it load something else like Forex Factory. There we go. It'll load Forex Factory, and then when I swap over, it loads up TradingView. It's a very confusing thing. Okay, so those were our first 2 winners for the day. EURCHF here and CADCHF. Lag's looking like it's getting worse. Okay. Let's take a look at everything else. So quickly hop over to gold and the indices. Looks like gold came down, back up. It's rejected from that high. I might have to turn this stream off. It's actually quite laggy on my TradingView right now. And I don't know if it's just the sheer number of windows I have open. Could be. Let's update my journal really quick. CHF. Oh man. Yeah. I don't think I can handle this lag. We'll give it a couple more minutes just to play around. So our combined profit for today is $18.21. Let's update the record. That's nice. We didn't take any trades on the stream yesterday, so whoa. That's for today. Good. that's done. We can exit this guy. And oh man, this is so bad. We'll see, I might have to use my second monitor right now. It's just huge. Oof. We were so close to getting triggered into that winning trade. That's fine. We have 2 winners already today. Not a huge issue. Odd N, not even close to getting to his trigger point. I don't think we got into a trade for AUDUSD. We did not. CADCHF. Yep, that was one of the trades we took. EURCHF. Another trade we took. EURNZD. Apparently encoding overloaded. Consider turning down video settings or using a faster encoding preset. Okay, looks like we're just gonna end the stream here today, guys. Thank you. Hopefully you got in on some of those trades. Of course you didn't, because nobody's watching this stream, but that's okay. Hopefully you found some profits on your own today. Cheers, thanks.